Welcome to Edutalk podcast. My name is Amara Chilaka, and today, trust me, it's not going to be your usual podcast. We have very interesting people in the building. We've been doing regular podcasts, but today is an unusual one. Yes, that is basically what we're going to be doing today because I have my special people. They've been making me laugh, like they've been making me have a good time in the studio today, and it's going to be an interesting one. So today we're going to be talking about schooling in Nigeria. Like, how is it like? How is schooling in Nigeria like? And they're in a better position to tell me how schooling has been for them since they started school in Nigeria. And then for the other people that have studied outside the country, they're also going to tell us how schooling is in Nigeria for them. So please, I'm going to be introducing my amazing guests. They are not the regular people you see. I have very cute people in the building. You can hear their voice already smiling. So I have Tammy. Yes, that is his name. He's been speaking fluently. Even I thought I had an accent, but man, I met someone that has more accent than I am.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's Tammy. So I have Nsikak, but I call her Nsi Baby, of course. For those of you that do not know, her name is Nsikak, and she made mine. Yay! Let me do a little marketing for her. You're gonna pay me for that, right? So make way for Nsikak, baby. And Tammy. They are my guests for today. And trust me, it's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. We are going to be discussing everything in general. We're going to talk about what they like, what they do not like. We're going to talk about a particular thing. I'm going to ask them personal questions, especially family, household, their favorite things to do. I'm going to ask them. So basically, you guys should just pay attention. They are the ones to entertain me today and entertain all of you today. So we're not going to do the whole, seriousness. We're going to play. See, I have my juice. I have biscuits. Today, they give me biscuits. So because I have them in the building. So thank you guys for coming.
You're welcome.
I want you all to tell me a little about it before we can dive into the conversation. I'm going to start with you, Insikak.
Okay. So my name is Insukag John.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm 10 years old. My school is W Academy by Kobe's Council of British International Schools.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have only those two best friends.
Just two best friends. We're going to talk about our best friends later. But for now, let me hear from Tammy. Tammy, tell me about yourself.
My name is Oluwatamilore Daniel Olagunju, and I'm 11 years old in GSS2.
Okay.
I'm from Start Right Schools.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that how you want me to do? You don't have best friends?
Well,
Well.
yeah.
Well, he said well. Just well.
Okay.
No, tell me if you have best friends. I want to know. I mean, you should have a friend. Okay, if you don't have best friends, you should have a friend, right?
Yeah.
So do you have any?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to say something about your best friend? He doesn't want to say anything about his friends.
Hey!
But I know I'm going to talk to him about... I'm going to ask you again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to ask you again.
Later
Okay.
in the
Yeah,
podcast.
later. So, guys, you know what we're here to do, okay? We're going to talk about how school is like in Nigeria, okay? You're schooling in Nigeria, and you know the educational system in Nigeria is quite different from abroad, right? So you're going to tell me, because of your experience, you're going to tell me based on your experiences, how you started from kindergarten to your, I don't know how you guys classify it. If it was my time, we classify it as nursery, primary, secondary, JSS1, but you guys are confusing the millennials, because I don't understand why I'm even shocked that time you mentioned JSS. That's incredible, because if you had mentioned grade 8, I don't know what that is. Sorry.
Okay.
So I'm glad you did mention JSS for other people that do not know what that is. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the schooling system, how is school like in Nigeria. Okay, so Tammy, I'm going to start with you. How has schooling in Nigeria? How has schooling been for you in Nigeria?
Okay, so I started in Start Right. So in my primary days, schools were normal. It was fun. I had a good time. Okay, so in grade 5, I moved to Fontage, and there, I have something to talk about.
Talk about all of them.
There were a lot of bullies in that school, and I didn't really have many friends.
Okay. Fontage. Where's Fontage?
Fontage, I've forgotten the address.
It's in Abuja here?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Fontage. Okay. So you didn't have many friends when you were in grade 5?
Yeah, in Fontage.
But I hope there was no problem. Were you the quiet type of,
Yes,
I hope nobody bullied you in school then.
they did
They did.
in Fontage.
Why? Did you report to anybody? Did you talk to your parents about it?
So I reported and I did talk to my parents.
You didn't.
I did talk to my parents.
Okay, so that's why you guys left Fontage.
Yeah. And there were clubs, and I signed up for clubs. And I want to talk about this.
Okay.
So I had science club.
Okay.
And it was class the first time we came.
Okay.
But after that, a lot of times the teachers were either not around or busy. Yeah, I went through the chemistry class, the biology class, and the science class every single week.
Oh.
And sometimes the teachers were just not there.
Oh, okay.
And also, the food was actually horrendous.
Ooh.
And they didn't even allow us to bring our own food.
Ooh, that's so sad. Why would they allow you to bring your own food?
I have no idea.
I too have no idea because I don't understand why the food doesn't even make sense and they wouldn't allow you to bring your own food.
Yes.
Okay, so keep going. Tell me more.
Okay. And also, I came back to Starlight because of bullying, and my math teacher told me that he had less subjects this day, and also they would beat him. And my science teacher said he was in a boarding school. Well, his time he came, bullies just stole most of his gari and milk. And the food was also horrendous there.
Okay.
And he said that senior students would just bully the younger students. And that was his experience for a few months. But it was a good school.
Okay. It was a good school, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now you're back in Start, right?
Yes.
I hope you're good there. Nobody's disturbing
I'm good
you.
there.
You're just there.
Yes.
How is the food?
Yeah, the food actually tastes good. And they allow you to bring your own food.
Oh, incredible. At least they allow you to do one thing. Okay, I'm going to interpret what he said for those of you that probably did not hear his accent because I'm going to ask him where he got the accent from, okay? But I want to hear from Insta Baby. So tell me, how is schooling like in Nigeria for you?
Well, schooling in Nigeria isn't really that amazing for me.
Really?
Because back in my former primary school, it was very annoying. The owner of the school's son, one of them normally bullies me. So I got very tired of it. And when I found out my zodiac sign was Scorpio, I realized that I could really fight.
For yourself, yes.
Yes, I could really fight for myself. So there's a time he tried to bully my best friend, Eldovida. That was that time before we stopped being friends. So I got mad, then I punched him.
Oh,
I
you
just want to say
punched.
something. Did the bully avoid consequences because he was the son of a principal?
Oh, was it the son of the principal? You mean you, Tommy?
Yeah.
You mean yourself or you're asking Insaka?
I'm asking Nisika.
Yes.
Was the boy the principal's son?
Yeah.
That's why he had the right to bully you?
Yeah.
I hope there was a report made. Did you report
I
to
reported a million times.
But you punched him, right?
Yeah.
We do not support punching, but I love the fact that there was a punch. I mean, that's self-defense.
He tried to hit my friend.
But you defended your friend.
Yes.
Oh, friendship.
From
We're going to
that
talk
time-
about friendship too.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you guys about
So
friendship.
from that time, from then on, he stopped trying. Anytime he saw me, he'd walk the other way.
But at least he started avoiding you.
He started
There was
to
nothing
avoid me
like
and my
bullying.
friends.
Did he still bully other kids?
Yeah, he still bullied other kids. But when the kids came running to me and he knew that they were under my protection, he stopped.
Ooh, protector.
Did he ever face consequences ever?
At just once.
Okay, so basically, I'm not the only guest, the only host here. I have a second host that is literally doing part of my job. So I hope you guys are having a good time. Okay, I told you it's not the usual, conversation. It's gonna be
Yeah,
Unusual
I don't
conversation,
know,
and we're
I don't
having
know
one.
how I got, I don't know how I got my accent.
Yeah, I was gonna come to that. How did
The
you even
other
get your accent?
Yeah, so a lot of my sisters
Mm.
have different accents because they schooled in the UK. I
Ooh.
think I just adopted that. I was born in New York and
Okay.
stayed there for a few months.
Okay.
And and I think hearing American accents just and along with my sister's schooling just made
Mm.
me have this accent. A lot of people in my school said it was weird.
Oh, okay. I can understand. So now you guys, you hold on, okay? Let me interpret what you have said so far to people that probably do not understand your accent. Okay. So he has told us how he started his, his nursery primary school and how he was bullied in school and then he reported and the food wasn't that great because I mean, what's cool without food? What is life without food? Good food for that matter. And then he was bullied in school and he reported, but he didn't really like the school and premises or the school environment and the change. Now he's in a better position. He's in a better school. And I think he's happy where he is. And he said their food is not that great, but it's better. At least it's better. So that's what he said basically. But I think you should pay more attention. Just put your ear in the ground. You hear what he said. Because I will not be doing the interpretation all the time. So Isakak, I'm sure you all heard what she said. Of course they heard what you said. Don't worry. Stick on stick. You get me? So now we're gonna ask you. You have a question for me?
Do you have kids?
I'm not married yet.
Okay.
I'm single. Do you have a brother that's probably
I
grown?
don't have a brother.
Do you have an uncle that's grown too?
Yes.
You have an uncle. He's single, right?
Well,
Well, tell him your host
he's
is
married.
looking for. He's what? Why
His
is he?
wife is Auntie Doing.
Oh,
He's
But
an uncle.
I have one
Oh.
question.
yes, please.
Have you ever been married before?
I've never been married before.
But I
Does your
have,
dad have an uncle, like a brother that's single?
no, but I do have one.
Oh,
I have one though.
you have one. He's fine, right?
Yeah, fine.
I'm pretty, right?
Yeah.
My dad has a sister,
Mm.
but she's married.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so back to our conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, you all feel free to ask me other questions when
Yes.
the rise needs, okay?
Okay.
So now you've already explained to me what schooling is like for you.
Yes.
So if you said schooling in Nigeria is not so good for you, Inse. So if you given the
But I didn't
opportunity to
finish.
study abroad, would you want to go abroad to study?
Yeah, I definitely want to go abroad to study.
Which country?
Like, let me say, I'd want to go to South Korea.
Oh, South Korea. I actually have an upa in Korea. Upa, you know what upa means, right?
What does
Yeah,
that
kind
mean?
of like friend.
He has a friend in Korea. So why choose South Korea?
Because South Korea and China, they are like very smart people. They develop
A
new
lot.
amazing gadgets,
Mm.
and South China and South Korea people, they live long.
Do you
Even
know
if you're sick.
they will still
They
be able
will-
to handle that?
Yes.
Do you know any gadget made by South Korea?
Like
Do you know a
this-
gadget owned by South Korea?
Yeah.
Which is
It's kind of like a bed that adjusts itself. It's automatic.
no, I
It
mean like a
uses
brand. Like we
a
have Nokia,
brand.
we have Samsung, we have
LG
Toyota,
TV.
right? South Korea? No,
LGT.
Yeah.
No.
That's South Korean.
Yeah,
no, that's not
Korea.
South Korean.
Wait,
It's Samsung.
Samsung.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't really know anyone from South
So they
Korea.
own Samsung phones. A lot of Samsung phones you see is from Korea.
Korea.
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
yeah,
so-
Samsung gets that models and designs
Exactly.
from children in South Korea.
So that's why
and
you
China.
choose South Korea.
Yeah.
Well, mommy and daddy, you've heard how she wants to go to South Korea to study. So make sure you take it to South Korea. Yes, that's basically
Okay,
it.
so-
Do you have a place where you want to study outside?
Well, I'm very happy with my current situation,
Mm.
but I'd say
Current
either-
situation. What situation are you in, please?
I'm really happy with my school
Okay.
and my schooling, but I think in year 12 or in university I'd go to study abroad.
Abroad. Ooh, nice. That's an interesting choice for you to even think that way. To want to wait till you're in, get into the university before you can study abroad.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm split between three options right now: the U.S., Canada, and South Korea.
South Korea, US, Canada. I'm here. I'm in Nigeria, guys. Basically, I did all my primary. Okay, so I did my primary school in Nigeria. I
Okay.
did my secondary school also in Nigeria. I did my university in Nigeria. So maybe if anything is going to take me outside Nigeria, it probably would be, to gain more knowledge or marriage or fun or anything.
Yes.
Right? It's still part of the experience, right? It's still
Yeah.
part of gaining
Yes,
experience.
yes.
Thank you. But my children, maybe they're going to study here and study there. Let them explore.
Yeah, let them have
Okay,
knowledge
so-
from both countries.
Exactly. So you advise people have
Yeah.
knowledge of both countries.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is completely unrelated to the topic.
Okay.
So earlier this year during summer, we actually went to the U.S.
Okay.
First we went
To
to
Disneyland.
Disneyland, yeah.
Okay.
And then from there we stayed in Disneyland for a week. Then we went to Washington D.C. for 2 days. And let me tell you a flight route. There was no direct flight from Abuja to Orlando, so we had to fly from Abuja, then to Addis Ababa where we ate spaghetti, and also then to Rome for a pit stop to refuel. Then all the way to Washington D.C. again, then finally to Orlando, then back to Washington D.C., then to Togo, and finally back to Abuja.
You guys toured. You toured the whole city. What did you bring back from me now?
I never really. Well, it's possible to bring something back for you because I didn't even know this podcast existed until now.
It's okay. Now you know. When next
Yes.
you're gonna come, you're gonna get something for me, right?
Okay.
Basically. So Nsika, I have a question for you. You mentioned best friend.
Yeah.
You have two best friends, okay?
Yeah.
What is friendship like for you?
Friendship is kind of like a connection, because when I first met her, it felt like a connection already. When we started to talk, it felt like we're old friends that just got back together. So from there, we connected and we started
Be
to
careful.
talk. We became friends. From there, we became best of friends. We really understand each other. Yes.
Okay.
So when one is feeling down, we always know how to cheer each other up.
Okay. So do you think it's a friendship you're going to have for a long time?
Yeah, I think it's a friendship I'm going to have for a
Because
long time.
whatever friendship you build as a young person,
Yeah.
it's good when you guys grow up, you still have that friendship. It goes a
Yes.
long way. You know that, right?
Yes.
And it's something you are sure you're
Yeah.
going to, build till forever.
Yes.
That's nice. Because I love your own view of friendship. You said it's connection. So Tammy, you said you have a friend, right? So what is friendship like to you? What is friendship like for you?
Well, friendship is the ability to not only tolerate but like someone and help them. I believe in be your brother's keeper, as in help your friends at all times.
So have you ever helped your friends before?
Well, I've only had them for recently.
Okay.
Okay, so one of my friends, Timmy, is one of the smartest kids in class.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, that's incredible.
So this midterm break, our teacher gave us a project, like to make a slide about figurative speech.
Says, I hope you guys are having a good time because I'm having a good time. He was literally interviewing me today and he's still doing the same thing. So now it brings us back to more question, right? About education. And I'm still going to ask you questions about your personal interests.
Have you been on any vacations recently?
Yes, I have been on a vacation recently, but not outside the country, in my house.
Huh?
Isn't that called like a staycation?
All of them cation. All of them cation, that's what I call it.
Staycation?
Went on
Vacation?
a vacation.
Vacation? Huh?
So it was actually in my house that I did a cation. As long as there's a cation in it, right?
Yeah.
It's a cation. Thank you. Any other question you have for me?
Did you go on any vacations to another state or country?
No other states. I left the East. The only vacation that I have given to myself is here in Abuja. So I left the East and I'm in Abuja with you guys now. So you see more of me.
Okay.
I have a question. Do you have a best friend?
Okay, speaking of best friend, I actually did have a best friend.
But what happened?
It's sad.
Okay, so I don't want to hear because I'm
No, it's not
getting
gonna make me
emotional.
cry.
I'm
No, it's not
getting
gonna make
very
me cry.
emotional and I can start
So you
crying.
start crying for me now, for my
Yes.
own best friend.
Yes, 'cause I
Well,
can't
she's
get-
married, but we're still friends.
Alright.
Yeah, but she's married now. I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So
Any other
I saw a
question?
concrete building behind me. Reminded me of something. I heard the fact that Africa is going to be a rich continent by the mid 2000
That's when
by
Africa
the
is going to
mid
be
of
the
the
richest.
century,
Okay.
and I think that could only be achieved with a stable government and educated population. I'm hoping that the education situation will improve so that and the universities get enough funding so that people won't want to go to other countries.
To study.
Yes.
Okay. So how do you think the government can actually improve the quality of education in Nigeria?
To improve the quality of education by first of all sending more funding to schools and building more schools in general. It could also stop the embezzlement of funds and unnecessary spending. And they could also fund the construction areas to speed up construction.
You can look at the camera. You can look at me or you look at the camera.
You know that building behind there? I feel like that's been going on construction forever. And there's also another one by my house. And there's also another one by the route where I used to go to Fontage. And it's been there forever. And I looked like no progress has been made on it.
Okay.
Like for the entire 3 terms that I was there. Also a building directly by my house.
Okay.
And it actually had better progress.
Okay. Than
by
others.
the time I started Fontage, they were just digging the ground up. By now, they built the structure. They're starting to make the roof. I think it will become livable by next year.
Oh, nice. That's incredible. I love the fact that you pay attention to details, especially when you're on the road. So, Incy, I want you to tell me, how do you think the government can improve on the educational system in Nigeria? Because you already complained that you do not like the style of education in our country. Of course, we all have gone through a lot of things when it comes to education, right? The system is not that healthy. The environment sometimes is not conducive. It's not safe most of the times. But I mean, for us to adapt to other people's culture. I'm coming, baby. So for us to improve our own teaching style or education style, there are things that the government can do, right, Insika?
Yeah.
So what do you think they can do?
So first thing I think the government can do is to reduce funds.
Reduce what? Funds?
Yeah.
Or funds?
Like funds, like they should reduce the price of stuff because books are really expensive. Cement, all the stuff you used to build schools, they're really expensive. So I think the president and the government, they should reduce the funds.
Okay.
So that people can have money to build more schools.
Okay.
Because as it is, many people are building schools, but the schools aren't finished yet because of money and the price of stuff.
That's nice. So now, speaking of reducing funds and all of that, is going to help the government. That is going to help the system in Nigeria. So I want to ask you: is there any subject in school that you do not like that you're doing?
That one subject would be mathematics.
Why don't you like mathematics?
It's hard. At times, if you can't figure it, you just rack your brain and your brain will be scattered.
Really? So that's you want them to take off mathematics?
No,
or
I
you
don't
just want
really,
them to make it easy?
Let them just find like easy procedures so that you don't have to destroy your brain.
Okay. Well, they're listening, so they probably will look for an easy solution, to work on what you said, okay? And just speak up, okay? Just be audible enough so we can hear you. I'm not the only one listening. We have viewers that are listening to you. There are people that are going to watch you, right? And your fellow smart kids are going to watch you too. So if you're not audible enough, they'll be like, I did not hear what she said, okay, at least on the maths part, there are people that probably are looking for this opportunity to explain to themselves, that explain to people that they're looking for an easy way to escape mathematics, right? But you just gave the updates now, and they have seen, and they will take notes. Mathematicians, please take notes. So you want to say something, Tammy?
Yeah, I also said that they should set up programs to prevent bullying because that slows down the education process.
They should stop what?
They should start anti-bullying programs.
Okay.
And also I agree with her on that last one. They should try and manufacture books and stationery.
And again, I wanted to,
say
go ahead.
Talking about what Tammy said, the anti-bullying. I also want to talk about teachers. Teachers,
Yeah,
they
speak
should
about
stop.
teachers.
Teachers, they should stop putting too much pressure
On
kids because it can give them a lot of stress and they may have blood pressure.
What kind of stress have you ever experienced, or are you experiencing in school now?
I'm experiencing like a lot of stress. My teacher, if you don't get one thing, he'll start screaming at you. It's very annoying, and my ears are sensitive, so it used to hurt me a lot. It gives me a headache.
But it doesn't reduce your self-esteem, right? It doesn't give you a low self-esteem.
At times it gets very discouraging because you feel like if you do this, he'll shout at you and stuff.
And then because of that, you're scared to
not
fail.
Yes, we're scared. We're always scared. You have to go and call the head teacher to come and help us talk to him. And he likes being stubborn a bit because the teachers will tell him stop this, stop that. He won't want to listen. He will continue.
So, okay, I'm going to come to that. Tammy, do you have any situation going in school? Do you have any inconveniences? Is there anybody disturbing you in school, from teachers to students to subjects?
Well, for the most part, a lot of people have stopped disturbing me, and I don't really like Mandarin class. Yeah, because Mandarin is hard to learn, and also because I don't think it's necessary unless you want to go to China.
Okay, China. So now we have heard a lot about the school system from your experience, okay? So I want us to do cool things right now. I'm going to ask you personal questions.
I'm grateful that the curriculum has increased. Starlight School brands itself as being 21st century learning. I think a lot of places are still stuck with traditional education. Some people still go to school under a tree.
Oh yeah, true. Well said. Some people still go to school under the tree because I feel like the government have not actually gone to figure these people out to give them the type of education that they want. Okay, so I understand that you guys are having fun. Okay. So now we're going to do something different. Yeah, so it's my turn to ask you questions. So if you want to retaliate the question, feel free to, right? But I'm going to start with your personal life first before I can go into other things that I want to ask you. Sammy, are you here with me?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, what is your favorite thing to do as a child? What is your favorite thing to do? What do you like doing?
I don't really have
Insika, tell me.
I mostly like sleeping, pressing my phone, watching movies, just wearing pajamas, socks, turn on the AC, relax inside the cover, eat snacks, and watch movies in peace.
That's all you like doing?
Yeah, and also like being creative, designing.
Yeah, designing. You design my bangles. That's nice. You're going to do more for me. And please, if you're interested in this, okay, I'm going to be dropping her information. She's my young CEO. I call her CEO. So she's going to do this for you. She makes it with love. And trust me, since I've been wearing this, it's all love, 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 love. So be ready to have one. That's a good marketing, right? You're going to pay me for that.
Yes.
Yeah, right? So tell me, what do you like doing?
Okay, so let me be honest. I actually enjoy swimming and also cloud watching.
Tammy, just sit like this. Sit with me.
I enjoy swimming.
Exactly, relax.
And also cloud watching.
Okay.
I actually like to watch birds.
Birds. You love nature?
I watch a lot of documentaries, mostly history and biology.
That's nice. So what do you want to be in the future?
I want to be a zoologist.
A zoologist.
I also enjoy playing Minecraft and watching YouTube.
What would you like to be in the future?
I like to be like an IT genius.
IT genius.
Yeah, because I'm good with computers.
Tech is taking over the world, man. But please do not build robot that's going to serve me food, though. I love serving myself food.
Like, I want to learn how to build robots so that I can create a new like set of robots for kids, like as toys.
As toys. Now, speaking of toys, what is your favorite toy?
A Barbie.
Barbie?
A Barbie doll, yeah.
Really? Tell me, what's your favorite toy?
I have a magnetic thing. It contains balls and sticks. I like to ding things. I like to build things out of it.
Okay, the magnetic toys that build things out of. Oh, that's nice. So that's your favorite toys.
Yeah.
You watch cartoons, right? You watch animation.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Yeah.
My favorite anime.
Yeah.
I tried to make a helmet out of the magnets and I just fell off. I just collapsed over my head.
Oh, nice. Yes, tell me. I'm gonna ask you a question. Let's see answer.
Okay, so my favorite anime of all time is Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Kimetsu no Yaiba.
I've not seen Demon Slayer. Maybe I'll go and watch it.
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix. That's what you like. Not Dragon Slayer, but Demon Slayer. Because I know it's Dragon Slayer. Are you sure?
Yeah, Demon Slayer.
Because I've seen Dragon Slayer.
Yaiba.
I'll check for Demon Slayer if it's on Netflix. Tell me, what's your favorite cartoon or anime?
My favorite cartoon is SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, SquarePants. That's why you're doing like SquarePants. You're everywhere. You tumble. They leave you tumble everywhere.
I tumble a lot in my sleep.
Okay. Oh, really? It's because you play a lot. That's why you're tumbling a lot. They have taught us how to sleep now. If you want to sleep, you set on your mat. So that if they're chasing you your dream, you know how to run. Did you see that clip? I'll show you later, don't worry. So now, you live with your parents, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you, I'm not going to say who is your favorite parent. No, rather I'm going to put it this way. If you do something bad, right, who corrects you better, your dad or your mom?
I'd say my mom.
Your mom, she corrects you better. What's her correction like?
She normally used to talk to me and tell me that what I did was bad.
Calmly or angry?
Calmly, sometimes angry, but
Does
not
she flog
that
you?
angry.
Sometimes, which
But
is
not all the
normal.
time.
But not all the time. That is normal. You know, in an African home, right? When a child does something wrong, they beat the child with the right and draw the child back with the left. Do you know that?
Yeah.
It's an idiom. I don't know how to speak it in English. In Igbo, I know it. I don't know it in, but I just interpreted it in English so you understand. And that is the best way to train a child, okay? So it's not maybe anytime you do something wrong and your parents just ignores you and neglects you. So how does your dad correct you?
He talks to me too.
He doesn't shout,
He doesn't shout at me at all.
but you don't like his own type of correction. You prefer your mom.
I like the both.
Both of them. So you're cool with both of their corrections, right? So if you ask them for something and they don't grant you that, how do you feel? What's the reaction like?
I just know that they have their own reasons.
Okay.
And then I just sit down, wait, then I do the puppy face or I stare at them.
You stare at them.
Yes, until they give me what I want.
What if they don't want to give you what you want?
Well, I'll just leave them. Once I see once I see that my plans don't work,
You try another plan.
nope, just walk away.
Okay, so you have to be audible, like they said, okay? I want to hear you too.
Yeah.
All right, so Tammy, tell me, I'm not going to ask you who your favorite parents is, okay? Rather, how do they correct you when you do something wrong?
Okay, so a lot of the time my mom shouts, but I'm okay with it. It depends on the severity of the situation. She does beat me, but it does beat me, but it's uncommon. I usually don't do a lot of things wrong.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Okay. That's nice. That's nice. What's the position in the house? Are you the first or the last baby, or
Well, I'm the youngest child.
the youngest child?
Yes.
That's why you don't do a lot of things. You feel like you don't do a lot of things wrong, right?
Yeah.
Really?
The crazy thing is, all of my sisters are done with university.
Okay. So
Dami is in a cinematography class.
okay.
Ayinda is working at a technology company, and Demi is getting her master's.
Ooh, that's nice. So basically, you're the youngest child.
Yeah.
So they are pampering you.
Yeah, I'm the youngest by 10 years.
I want to be pampered too. Okay, so that's it. So when you ask your parents for something and they don't give you, how do you react to that?
Okay, so I asked why, and when they tell me the reason, I try to ask a few more times, but when they still say no, I just walk away.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, you guys are learning well. I wouldn't say completely well, but you guys are learning well. So if you can understand when your parents cannot grant your wish all the time, it's a good one. Not all kids will do that. That kids that you're going to tell, I don't want to give this to you, and then you see them start throwing things, start being aggressive and all that. But I love the fact that you guys are growing perfectly well, okay? And keep that up, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, keep that up, because it's not all the time that things are going to be available to be given to you. I grew up in a household where everything was not given to me all the time. And I've learned to give myself things that my parents could not give because they didn't have the opportunity that a lot of you have now. All right. It doesn't necessarily mean that they did not try their best. They did their wonderful best. And that is why I'm here sitting with you guys and, talking with you. If I turned out odd, I'm sure I won't be sitting here with you, right?
Yeah.
So I'm glad.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are
please.
you the founder of this podcast?
Well, I'm the staff of this podcast.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, so you were the first employee?
Well, we all have lots of employees. I am the host for this show. Like, I'm the face of the brand.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Would you like to be married?
Yeah, why not? I would like to be married.
Oh, okay. And how old are you?
Well, how old am I? Am I supposed to say that on air? Should I skip that? Well, I'm 32.
Yeah.
I don't look it, right? I look young, right?
Yeah, you still look young and beautiful.
I look how old?
I said you still look young and beautiful.
Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. So yeah, that's about it. So now, what does your parents do in the house that you do not like? I like that face. What do they do you don't like?
Yeah. When my mom does get angry with me. When my mom gets angry with me just because I didn't do something right because I didn't know. That's one thing I don't like.
That's all.
Nope. And I don't like it when she avoids me and acts cold.
Can I hear you? I cannot hear you.
I said I don't also like it when she avoids me or she acts cold.
Is it when she's angry or to you, or when she's angry personally?
So I always try to bribe her.
Well, with what? With bangles?
No.
With what?
I just hug her or I give her food or snacks.
I see you a lot in the kitchen. She's shown me pictures about you always in the kitchen.
Yeah, I know how to
It seems
cook.
you love cooking.
Yeah, I know how to cook very well.
You owe me a meal. Tammy.
Yeah.
What is it? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Honestly, you actually act like SpongeBob SquarePants.
I'm ready! I'm ready!
Yay! So what's your favorite subject?
Okay, so my favorite subject by far is science.
Obviously.
Yes.
Which of them exactly? All the science courses? Or one?
I like all of the science classes, but I particularly like zoology. I liked it when we learned about ecosystems earlier this term.
Okay, that's nice.
Even
though I don't know what you're saying.
My first favorite is zoology, my second is biology, and my third is chemistry.
Yeah, I think my favorite subject then was biology. I know how to draw all the organs in the body. All of them. I can still draw them now. I'm a good artist.
So, in school, we're learning about the food in the digestive system.
Oh, nice. Nice. You eat a
I-
lot, right?
Yes. Okay, so
What's your favorite food?
my favorite food is spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Well, pasta in general.
Pasta in general. Italian people, you've heard him. So tell me, baby, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is Chinese rice.
Chinese rice. Do you know how to prepare it?
Somehow I do. Yes, I do.
Uh-uh.
The one that you add broccoli.
You are I love broccoli.
Yeah, so
Yeah, me
sweet.
too.
Especially steamed
Yeah,
broccoli.
I love broccoli a
Yeah, I
lot.
love
What other
broccoli
things do you
too.
add?
I add carrots.
Carrots.
Green peas.
Do you add mushroom? Have you had mushroom
Yeah,
spark?
mushroom spag. So delicious.
Very delicious. We
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
food. We
I'd
know food.
had
I
that.
haven't had
Have you
mushroom
had-
spag
You've not had
before.
mushroom spark?
Yeah.
But have you had that one
I love
that's
mushrooms.
that it's chips with sweet
I
and
love
savory
mushrooms,
sauce
but I rarely
with
Sour
mushrooms.
sauce with
Yes.
mushroom.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that one is delicious.
Korea fit you, Sha. Don't worry. You're okay with Korea.
Okay, can I tell you
Yes.
my ideal pasta? I would like my ideal pasta to be creamy.
You love creamy pastas?
Yes, also
Oh.
cheesy, and also have marinara
Oh.
sauce, meatballs, and mushrooms.
That's nice, honestly. I'm sure a lot of food is inside your tummy.
Yeah.
I'll borrow from some
Well,
in your
I just
tummy.
Well, I haven't had lunch yet.
Yeah, but you've had breakfast.
Yes.
I've not even had breakfast.
Huh?
Yeah, I was waiting for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so you owe me breakfast and lunch at the same time.
Okay, sure.
Hey.
So that's me. I hope you guys are having a good time. Trust me,
Yeah.
it's been fun here. I hope you're having a
Yeah.
good time. Do you
Yeah,
want us to
having a
end?
good
Do you want us to end this?
No.
You don't want us to end it?
No.
Why?
But if you have to, you can.
Well, of course I have to end it so we can bring in our special people for entertain. I told you we're gonna have a game. We're gonna play a game, but it's gonna be off this particular camera. We're gonna play the game in another camera. So I've asked you personal questions, parents questions, school questions, and basically we are almost rounding off everything we have today. But I have one question. We all know how the situation in the country is. It's not doing well. It's not doing justice to us as adults, and also not doing justice to you guys. Because if your parents are not doing well, you will not be in good school. And Tammy will not be giving me the accent because do you understand? So if you are to be the president for one day, what would you do? What would be your first mission? Tammy, tell me.
Okay, so my first mission would be to wipe out corruption.
Okay. Wipe out corruption. First
The
mission.
way I would do this is by investigating heads of government and public service workers down to the local level to see which one is corrupt.
And then you wipe them out first.
Yeah, and then I would have them arrested. My
Okay.
second priority is to better the wildlife situation. I'll crack down on poaching and deforestation. My third objective is to lower the terrorism and banditry. I would arrest the leaders of Boko Haram if I could find them,
Your mission is
and
plenty.
other terrorist groups.
Oh, nice. That's good. I mean, that's one mission. I don't think a lot of people have actually answered that. Just what you said now. They want to wipe out corruption. They want to figure out where Boko Haram is. The other people will be like, I want to do, but let me hear it from Missy Baby first before I would say what I want to say. So, are you okay?
Yeah.
All right, tell me. So, if you were to be the president for one day, what are you going to do? And be audible. I want to hear, and I want Nigerians to hear.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay. So the first thing I would love to do is reduce funds of prices of things so that the citizens can be happy with
Okay.
that first of all.
Okay.
Then I want to call a council meeting so that I can hear the complaints of all the citizens to know what they want.
Okay.
So after we've come to a truce,
Okay.
I will decide to do what they want so that they
Okay.
can be happy.
Okay.
Then I'll start to build roads in Nigeria, schools, hospitals. Then I'll start to arrange Nigeria. I
Very
also
well.
build artificial beach where people can enjoy themselves, so that to be like Lagos.
Okay.
I want I want to make Nigeria a paradise for all people.
Oh.
To the extent that even white people want
Can
to come,
visit.
want
Funny
to come
enough,
to Nigeria.
lots of foreigners used to visit Nigeria
Yeah,
a lot.
lots of
Back in Jos, you
Yeah.
know Jos, you know
yeah,
Plateau
I
State,
know,
right?
just-
But you know Nigeria, it's not that secured or
Yeah.
not for people to come into the country.
Yes, and another thing I want to do, I want to build a large wall at the outskirts of Abuja to prevent enemies from coming to attack.
Okay.
Then I start to secure all those people all those places where there are bandits,
Okay.
Boko Haram, and armed robbers.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, that's a lot of things to do. You guys have heard. So if they're given the opportunity to be a president for one day, you've heard what they wanted to become. We about to end the show, baby. So you're gonna say everything you want to say in the game that we have to play. All right. Thank you. So I hope you guys had a wonderful time. I did have a wonderful time. I mean, I had another host hosting me on my own show. But it's okay. It's okay. I forgive him. So thank you guys for joining us on Edutalk podcast. It's been a moment.
Friendly and be nice to everyone you meet.
Is that your advice you have for them?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. You guys heard it. Be environmental friendly. So let us love one another. Let's be friendly to everybody. Let's try as much as we can to be good to everybody. Okay. So thank you so much for watching this segment. I told you it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be an interesting one, and I'm sure we entertained you enough. So feel free to have a good time. Subscribe to all our channels. Subscribe to all our social media platforms. Our YouTube handle, Edutalk Podcast Africa. Once you click on YouTube, Edutalk Podcast Africa, it brings you straight up to Edutalk Podcast Africa. And on Instagram, Edutalk_podcast. On TikTok, the same thing, Edutalk_podcast. I've been your host, Amara Chilaka. You can also follow me on my social handle, Amara Chilaka, on all of them. So thank you so much for joining us, and we're going to do this, and we're going to bring you back another interesting moment and segment like we did today. Thank you, and bye-bye.